Purim is a Jewish cultural, not biblical holiday based on the story in the book of Esther, which is recorded on the Megillah scroll. It takes place on the 14th of Adar, February or March in our town. The story takes place in Shushan, Persia, under King Ahasuerus. It is a celebration of the failure to wipe out the Jewish people, both in Esther's time and many later times. Purim means lots, which were used by Haman's magicians to choose a day on which to kill every Jew. The name Esther is Persian, a version of Ishtar, a Middle Eastern goddess, as is the word Easter. Her real name was Hadassah, meaning myrtle. The Women's National Zionist organization, founded on Purim in 1912, calls itself after this heroine, Hadassah. Other miracles and rescues are linked to and remembered with gratitude on Purim. The day before the feast, some will fast in memory of Esther, who neither ate nor slept for 3 days before she approached the king. Dinner on Purim includes kreplach, a triangular meat-filled dough similar to ravioli, and mountains of hamantaschen, a 3-cornered fruit-filled cookie. The word means Haman's ears. Jews pretend to eat the villain's ears in retribution. Purim is also the day on which every male Jew will give a half-shekel tax to support the ministry of the temple. This tax, dormant for 2,000 years, was restored by my friend Reuven Prager in 1998 and approved by the newly revised Sanhedrin in 2017. Purim is a joyous celebration in which silliness reigns. At the evening service in the synagogue, the Megillah scroll is read slowly with drama and comedy. The entire service, music and all, will be a spoof of services from other parts of the year. The ritual obligation for Jews is 1, to hear the reading of the scroll, and 2, to blot out Haman's name. These two mitzvot are conflicting because every time Haman's name is read, everyone makes as much noise as they can. They yell, stamp their feet with the name of Haman written on the soles of their shoes, blow horns, and twirl various types of groggers, like this. To Jewish sensibilities, the worst punishment is that your name be forgotten. This punishment was long applied to Yeshua of Nazareth as well, which Jews long referred to as that man. In Eastern Europe, the day would be celebrated with a Purim spiel. Clowns, acrobats, and ventriloquists would perform, making fun of the local rabbi and town leaders. Purim players would wander from house to house, entertaining and collecting gifts. The tradition of a masquerade is more ancient. Children and sometimes adults dress in costume, like this, of the Purim characters, and at Halloween, anything else. Today, an Adlo Yada parade incorporates old and new traditions. Actually, Adlo Yada means until I don't know my own hand. It refers to the practice of celebrating so enthusiastically, that is, getting so drunk, that you don't know your right hand from your left, or until you can't tell the difference between Haman and Mordecai. It is traditional that you must do a good deed for at least 2 people on Purim, such as visit the lonely or the sick, help the poor, and support the needs of widows and orphans. Another tradition is called Mishloach Manot, Pretty baskets filled with goodies, like May baskets, are delivered to many. They should contain at least 2 kinds of fruit, plus cookies or candies. This is also a day to hold carnivals to raise money for charity. Do you notice a trend here? It is not acceptable to be stingy or to just meet the minimum requirements in both charity and celebrating. Purim, as with other Jewish observances, requires whole heart participation. A constant biblical principle is the idea that our joy is incomplete if not shared with others. Therefore, gift giving, charity, and good deeds prevail on Purim, along with unrestrained joy.